So your daughter was, as a 21-year-old, you're a baby, having a baby.
Yes.
And your parents hadn't even met your partner that many times.
They hadn't, actually. My dad had never met him.
met. So what was it like when you fell pregnant at 21?
Horrendous. It was terrible. It was so much of a shock. I'd stopped getting my period, but I thought it was just because I was training so hard.
Yeah, okay.
Because I was tiny, and Scott and I had only been together for 5 months. We'd been living together for a week.
Oh, wow.
And we'd got a groovy one-bedroom apartment in St Kilda, and we were going to be St Kilda people, and, you know, that's what you do when you're 21 and 26. And then on Valentine's Day, 2001, I rang Mum and I said, I'm just so unwell. I don't know what's wrong. I'm dizzy. I feel something's not right with my body. I don't want to. She's like, go get a pregnancy test. And I said to her, no, don't be ridiculous. She's like, well, could you be? And I thought, well, I guess I could. So I went and got the test, but I still didn't take it seriously. And I got home, and even as I was taking it, I was laughing. And then I pulled the stick out, and the second line appeared straight away.
Oh, yeah.
And I went I don't even remember ringing my mum. Apparently I rang her in hysterics. I drove over to their house. I don't remember that drive.
Yeah, right.
And I got there, and my dad, Vinci, is Italian Catholic. He's lovely. He's amazing. He's traditional.
Right.
So I got there, and I said to Mum, I don't know, you know, my whole world had gone from elite athlete, just got in a new relationship, everything, we're groovy, we're young, we're living in St Kilda, to I'm going to be a mum. And so it was kind of decided. I had to tell Scott, obviously, and I told him, and he left the house because we'd literally been living together 7 days.
Yeah,
and it was Valentine's Day, and it was not what we were expecting to be doing that night. And so the decision was made that I would have an abortion.
Right.
So we made the appointment, and I decided I wanted to do it on my own. So I got dropped off there, and I was waiting in the waiting room. It's like every movie you've ever seen.
Yeah.
You look around at all the other women and wonder why they're there and how they came to the decision you've just come to. And they called my name, and I went in. And when you sit down, they go through, you know, they make sure that this is what you want to do. They make you aware of the complications. And I said to the woman, I can't do this. And I walked out.
Wow.
So that moment I decided that I was going to be a mother, and I was going to do it on my own. Because Scott, fair enough, just wasn't ready, and we hadn't been together long enough. And I called Mum and I said, I'm going to have her, I'm going to have it. And so Scott and I pretty much broke up after that.
How did he handle when you said, I walked out and I'm going to have this baby?
Well, he felt like we'd agreed that it wasn't the right time.
Yeah.
And I think he probably felt a bit of relief when I agreed with him. But when I was agreeing with him, I knew it just didn't feel right for me.
Yeah.
So he felt like I was forcing a life change on him that he didn't want.
Yeah.
Which I was.
Yeah, because at any age, it's a life change having babies, you know, but at 21, I can't even imagine.
I was selfish and completely focused on myself and my own body and what I was eating and who I was around. Like, you could not find a more selfish person than me at 21. Absolutely not. And so I think I chose to keep her because I wanted a change.
Yeah.
I'd been an athlete for so long. I'd been on a diet since I was 10, watching my race weight. You know, there'd be times where I wouldn't eat for a couple of days to get down to race weight. I think I was genuinely subconsciously looking for an out from that life.
Right.
So, yeah, and I didn't think about it. I didn't think it through. It's the hardest thing. I mean, I'm glad I did it now. She's 12 and magnificent, but going through that pregnancy my body was just rogue. I put on 35 kilos.
Did you really? 35 kilos? Well, you almost would have doubled your weight.
I did, almost. No,
wow.
I tipped this. I actually asked my doctor to stop weighing me.
Yeah, right. I don't want to know anymore.
I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I got on the scales at 57 kilos and got off at, 85, 86.
Yeah, right.
It was horrendous.
Because it's challenging at any stage in your life when your body changes, when you're having a baby or you put on weight for other reasons. But as a 21-year-old, when everything is
hard
pretty much
and muscular and amazing.
Yeah.
And I got everything, stretch marks, the skin tags, all the things I don't My nipples like just tripled in size.
Yes.
They were tiny little rosebuds, and then they just went like fighter pilot thumbs.
Yes.
Like gross. And just they were big because I'd never had boobs because I was an athlete. I was flat chested, and all of a sudden I was wearing CD cups. Like, Jesus, what is going on? I hated being pregnant. I didn't glow. I sweated.
Yeah.
I was sweating. In the end, I started wearing Scott's clothes, and then by 37 weeks, I stopped wearing clothes.
Oh,
Wrapped the sheet around me in the morning and sat on the couch.
wow.
It was the steepest, most horrendous learning curve I've ever had in my life.
Because some people, I think, love pregnancy.
I hate those people.
Yeah, because I don't
you
mind
do, don't
it.
you?
I don't
Of
mind
course
it.
you do.
Because I get really...
Bluebirds put your fucking dressing gown on in the morning, don't they?
But the thing is that it can go either way, and I used to get really bad headaches, and the only thing that stopped my headaches, years and years of headaches, was falling pregnant.
Really, that is a really...
I would have done it at 21 if I knew that was my cure.
Solution to
I know.
Getting knocked up.
Thousands of dollars on doctor's bills, and I'm like, all I had to do was have a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
gone. So that's why, I got the good hormones and you got the bad hormones.
No, it was just no good. And then I had her, and oh my God, that was...
So what was it like? What was it like physically having a baby at 21?
Well, I went into labour, and then I was in labour for 12 hours, and I dilated half a centimetre.
Oh, right.
12 hours of labour.
Yeah, that's hell.
And so her heart rate started dropping, and then all of a sudden they're running in, we need an emergency Caesar. So I had the worst of everything. Spinal block in, they ripped her out of me, had to go and fix her up. So it was there wasn't calm. The second one I knew that I couldn't give birth to her naturally because Odette's predicted birth weight was 12 pounds.
What?
She came out 2 weeks early at almost 10.
Oh my gosh.
The second Caesar was fine. I walked in, there was music, I lay down, but this one was full on, and I was in a public hospital. I had no medical insurance, I had nothing. So, and then I had her, and then I was put in a ward with all these other women, and then they gave her to me, and I just didn't know what to do. And I felt the weight of this enormous, I'm now responsible for another person. I don't know how to do this.